Hello and welcome back to Media Dialogues with Storyboard 18, where I'm in conversation with Tariq Ahmed, the West India CEO for Prestige Group, who is spotlighting key luxury trends and insights on India's real estate market. We're seeing, of course, India in many sense defining the agenda on a whole bunch of fronts globally. In the luxury space as well. Of course, we were a little late to the whole party on the luxury front, even with other luxury brands in the country. But it's also a lot of luxury going out of the country. So give me a sense of how the Indian consumer, how Indians are redefining the idea of luxury, not just for, of course, Indians, but for the world.
So I think India is playing a role on both the consumption side as well as on exporting luxury, right? I think traditionally, if you look at what India has exported in terms of luxury, it's textiles and jewelry. But I think if you take a view of what India is doing today, it's influencing design, influencing sensibility in global fashion brands. So if you look at the materials that are used, design that's used, there's a lot of inspiration taken from traditional Indian, luxury goods, etc. But I think the role people are playing much more, frankly, is from the purchase power, right? I think the type of consumption Indians do, just like we were talking about earlier about China, it drives the type of products that are delivered for Indians, a sort of sensibility. You're finding Indian-like motifs and designs in international goods. But more importantly, I think the Indian consumer is a very global luxury consumer, right? Both in terms of shopping and consuming for themselves and demanding the very best. And then you're seeing the Indian artisans and products supplying overseas. So I think we're very much a part of the mix where I wouldn't say Paris and Italy are sort of the only places where luxury goods are, absolutely. But I think India is very much part of that conversation.
Let's sort of talk a little bit about some of the other categories that you operate in, Tariq. You have, of course, across the board, commercial, retail, hospitality. Tell me a little bit about how you're developing some of these asset categories in newer ways.
Sure. So let me at least just zoom out and tell you that from a region, I think the desire is to obviously replicate what we've done as Prestige in terms of offering the whole portfolio here in the Western region across homes, offices, and retail. And I think the way we're redefining that, I think I'll start with homes. As I said, I think homes for us, it's about execution. It's providing spacious, well-designed communities with extremely good amenities. So I think if you pick up any Prestige product on the home front, it'll tick all those boxes. It'll have, for any price point, all of those items. And I think the highest order of quality of execution, a very good community of people, and the amenities around it. Our offices in our new avatar, what we call our Offices 2.0 push, we're actually putting out about 6 million square feet of office already in Mumbai. These offices, I think, are world-class design. They have a lot of urban amenities to cater to the people that are working in these spaces. They're connected to urban transport centers and are very comfortable, very lively places to work in. And our mall offerings are bringing the best of brands and food and shopping. And I think this is the platform that we're looking to offer, along with hotels and resorts in the West. So I think that's a long-range vision in terms of putting out all of these asset classes in the West.
So you've successfully launched 6 residential projects in the last 3 years. What does the future launch pipeline looking like?
Sure. So I think Bombay and Mumbai has very warmly accepted the Prestige brand. Over the last 3 years, we've had over 2,200 people become homeowners with us. We've done over 8,000 crores of sales. So that's been a very strong start to the journey. If I look forward from here, I think the offering is quite wide. As I spoke earlier, we're going to be putting out a mixed-use development in Worli. That's over 5 million square feet. We're launching a luxury development in Worli of about 1 million square feet. We spoke a little bit about Mira Road, Dahisar. We've got about 1 million square feet coming up over there. We then will be branching out into potentially Pune as a market for ourselves. And we've also looking to acquire 1 or 2 more office offerings, again, on the suburbs to cater to the sort of strata offices, the people who want to buy smaller business units. So I think we have at least 3 to 4 residential projects already well baked and ready for launch in the next year.
Right.
And another 2 to 3 office offerings as well. The mixed-use development will also have hoteling experience as well as shopping. So I think in the next year or two, you'll see our entire product portfolio emerge.
Absolutely. Quickly, a little bit on Pune. You know, I mean, what was what were some of the draws for that market for a group like Prestige?
Sure. It's very akin to the Bangalore market. You've got IT and manufacturing as the key sectors that sort of have the workforce.
Familiar in a sense.
No, it's a tremendous familiarity, both in terms of end users, familiarity in terms of product, because Pune is a city much like Bangalore, which is not as high-rise as Bombay, much wider, spread out. And the type of product, price point is very akin to Bangalore. So it suits us to go to a market that's known from the community of manufacturing and IT and has a product offering similar to sort of what we offer.
If you were to sort of sum up your vision for Prestige Group in the West, what would it be?
So look, one easy way to sum it is numerically. I think there is an intense desire from me, the team that we have, and from the way Chairman has sort of invested into this region to achieve a steady state of at least 10,000 crores per year of sales. That's sort of aspirational for us in terms of what we want to do. That's sort of one vision. But truly the other vision for us is to be accepted and seen as one of the sort of trusted premier brands and a brand that people would want to naturally gravitate to. So when they think of a new home, to actually think of us as Prestige. And as I always say, to truly add the falcon to the skyline of Mumbai. I think that's truly our vision over here.
Well put. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. It was a pleasure chatting with you.
Same here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.